Everyone, it's Alexandra Wenman, and I just wanted to pop on here to talk a little bit about my next installment of my World Angel program, which is starting on the 28th of February 2022. And as I record this, it is actually the 2nd of the 2nd, 2022. So it feels like we're in the run up of a very interesting portal and a very interesting time on our planet indeed. The reason I decided to run this program, and I call it a program, not a workshop as such, because it is very interactive and it really is about garnering and calling up and activating your own inner world angel gifts and abilities. As part of this program, we do quite a lot of grid work for the planet, which is working directly on the ley lines and the energy grids of the earth and those energy grids in the ethers. If you are already a light worker and you already see yourself as a bit of an earth angel, it's likely that you are a grid worker as well, and anybody can activate these gifts and abilities. So this takes our ability to heal to a much, much higher level, and it really brings into focus the fact that we are all connected, we are all one. And so as we heal ourselves, we are ultimately healing everyone in the whole world around us. So the program takes in many different factors of all the things that I teach, from really embracing and enhancing your own channeling abilities, your ability to tune into your clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, but also to awaken your gifts of being able to heal the earth, heal the planet, clear energies, release trapped energies, and much, much more besides. We also cover things like light language, but we also look at the very grounded, practical side of being in world service. And as we know, there's a heck of a lot going on the earth at the moment on that practical level. We can look around us and look at the 3D and see what's happening in the wider world and feel a little bit frightened about that. And I know that some of us light workers often want to fly off into fantasy land and spend hours in meditation, and sometimes that can be wonderful, but sometimes that can actually be a little bit of an avoidant trait as well. So this is about bringing all of that into balance and showing us that by reweaving the energies around us and by going into that ethereal state and going into the astral and working our magic there, we can actually affect great change on the ground in the day-to-day reality around us. One of the things that came through really prevalently in the last World Angel group that I ran at the end of 2021 was that we were going to start seeing evidence of our work on the news, and many of us did. We actually received a lot of evidence that the work we were doing in the group was actually having a positive impact on the wider world around us, on the physical world around us. And we've had, so many changes going on in our world in recent years. This really is a pivotal time on our planet. It is a time of great change, great awakening, huge revelations, and we're entering a really big time of even deeper revelations and revolutions. But ultimately, the biggest revolution is happening within ourselves, within our own hearts. It's a change in our mindset. It's a change in our frequency. It's a change in our outlook. And this program is also here and designed to support light workers and healers and sensitives and empaths and earth angels in navigating through the huge changes that we're going through at the moment, so that we can go out and do our work to help heal and support others as they start to awaken. For many years now, I have been called around the planet, often when I've had very little money in my bank account, sometimes no money in my bank account at all. And definitely pre-pandemic was called around the planet to many of the sacred sites on the earth, including the pyramids of Egypt, Mexico, Guatemala, Peru. I was taken to Machu Picchu, and often I would dream about the place or hear the name of the place I was going to before I was asked to go there. And even when, it looked like things weren't going to line up and I wasn't going to be allowed to go, or I wasn't going to have the money or the means to get there, the universe would conspire to get me to these places. And all of these places are high energy vibration portals for the earth. So one of the things we're going to be working on is working directly with the vibration and the healing codes of each of the sacred sites on the planet to help really raise the frequency of our earth. We're going to be working on the song lines and the ley lines, and we're going to be working on bringing our whole earth and all of humanity up to the highest potential timeline for all of us, so that we can really sail into the best, most beautiful, most harmonious future for ourselves. We will be working on healing the things that are coming up for each of us as individuals as well. Part of this this program is group work and sharing and having a bit of a community, so that people feel loved and supported and held through all the changes going on. I've just returned from a trip home to Sydney, to Australia, not just Sydney, but I travelled around New South Wales quite a bit. And it was my first time home in 3 years, over 3 years really, to visit my family and to put my feet on the earth of home. Although I'm 50% here and 50% there, I'm really am half my life as a Brit now. I'm 44 and I got here at 22, so it's a real half and half. But even though from Instagram and Facebook it looked like I was having a really wonderful, jolly time on holiday, it wasn't all holiday. There was a lot of earth service work that I was doing while I was out there, and it was pretty tricky trying to get there in the first place. You know, it was hard to get into Australia, hard to get through the borders, even as an Australian citizen. They almost locked me in 14-day quarantine, although I didn't have to do that. And then when I came home, my plane landed in the middle of Storm Eunice, and was probably one of the most terrifying landings I've ever had. So there was a lot of firm, stern words with the selves and the elementals on that day. All of these being kind of like initiations, but it's quite wonderful to me. I know other friends who have also managed to travel through closed borders and things during the pandemic. As I'm recording this, it's 16:16 on my clock too, so I love all the alignments. So when you are in service in this way, huge miracles can happen. And where it looks like certain doors have been closed to you in your life, you will find that doors open, that the universe conspires to help you and lift you to higher timelines and experiences for you. And, you know, abundance can come in many ways. Help can come in the most miraculous of ways. And the the beauty of trust, the power of trust, has been my kind of guiding light through the whole process, because so often it's looked like things weren't going to work out, and then at the 11th hour they always have. And there's such huge power in coming together as a group to hold light, the light of peace and hope for the earth. And if we look at World War II and the Minute for Peace, where they all sat round listening to the radio, having that minute of silence, it actually really did win us the war. And at the moment, there's so much going on, and that the subtle realms are becoming a lot more unsubtle. So you might find that you have a thought and it manifests instantly. So really knowing how to, I guess, angle our thoughts towards that which we want and not that which we don't want is part of a skill set. So working with the elemental kingdoms, working with the forces of nature, working with the angels, the ancestors, the higher galactic councils of light, working with our own guide teams, our higher selves, is all part of this wonderful program. And we're going to be learning many skills. We'll also be working with sacred symbols, sacred geometry, and the patterns of nature, and much more besides. So many stories to share, as I'm sure you do as well, and I would love to hear them all. So do get in touch if this program resonates with you. There's a little bit more information below the video, and as I said, you can go to alexandrawenman.com/events, and if you feel compelled to sign up, you can email me at info@alexandrawenman.com. We really are the way showers and the light bringers for the earth at the moment, and I know that many of us have been struggling over the years, and some of us are still really struggling, so this is also a bit of a support network. You will, if you decide to join, that would be wonderful, but you will get access to the private World Angel Facebook group, and we all stay in touch on there as well as on email. You'll also be able to record each of the sessions so that you have a record of everything that we do and can go back and redo the program at your leisure at any time. Each program is different, so for those who have already completed the program, it is really bespoke to each group coming through, and there's no telling what surprises we will have in store. But I look forward to seeing you all on the 28th of February, should you wish to join. If you do wish to join, the way to apply is just to send an email to info@alexandrawenman.com, and there's more information on my website at alexandrawenman.com/events. So I look forward to seeing all of you soon. Thank you so much.